1 year transformation from a kid who had no idea what's going to happen when starting a business, real business that actually is valuable and working, to a person who went through it, struggled, failed, and succeeded. And these are my takeaways in 1 year transformation. So it all started in 2020, January this time. And I was like, I'm going to start a business again, but this time I'm going to make it work no matter what. I'm going to put myself out there and finally make it work, because I was fed up with the fact that almost every single business I started failed. I was inexperienced. I had 16, 17, 19, 16, 17, 18, and I was like, oh my god, what I'm doing here, okay? I didn't have the skills that I was supposed to have. I didn't have the drive that I needed. So I said last year about that time, January 2020, that I'm going to commit to this business no matter what. I know from the previous experiences that this is going to be really, really hard, but I'm going to get this through. I'm going to make it work because I need to and I want to make it work. So I committed. I was really optimistic about that. I was like, yes, this is amazing. I'm going to be, I bought the courses, I bought the trainings, mentorships, consultations. But I started with zero. I started with $0 in my pocket. I learned from YouTube and from free resources at first. Read a lot of books that I had previously. And I just started to use my free resources, okay? I was really naive that it's going to work really quickly. So then when I had some spare money to use, because I was saving them for years, so with this money, I invested in a course and mentorship. And I started to learn. I joined a very amazing, great community. And I was like, these people were in the same starting point as I was back in the day, right? So we were at zeros together with these people. I started to educating myself. I started to practicing what these people preach. And I kept doing it and doing it. I didn't have the right mindset sometimes. I didn't have the right disciplines, the habits in place, processes and systems in place. So I was like, yeah, I've done it, but it was not structured. I was procrastinating a lot because I didn't see fast return of my investment in terms of time. So I was like really frustrated sometimes, okay? And I was even more frustrated in February and March when I've seen my work not having any return on investment whatsoever, okay? And my peers in the group were succeeding like crazy. Everyone was scaling their businesses, everyone was having the meetings, everyone was having the clients, everyone was happy and satisfied. And I was like, I had nothing. I put in the work, I sent those emails, I've sent everything that I was supposed to, but at the same time, I was not able to have the same success as they did. And that was really discouraging. I was unmotivated, I was angry, I was frustrated. And now this concept of actually me going through, it was like, yeah, I was on the edge, okay? I was like, okay, am I going to give up or what now? Because it was not working for 3 months. 3 months I was chipping away every single day and no return whatsoever. I was really frustrated. I had to tell you, at that time I was in high school, so I had also other responsibilities that I was supposed to fill and do, and that was really, it was hard, okay? I had support from my family and friends, but I had no support in terms of like partnership and having a business partner and moving together and holding each other accountable, until later in April when I met this amazing friend of mine and he held me accountable, and together we were able to be accountable to each other, and now we're very good friends thanks to the community. But the point of saying is that I was again on the edge of me giving up or not, okay? So I failed every single day. I failed, and I started to question my abilities. I started to question my skills, and I started to question everything, the business, okay? I was like, am I going to give up now, or am I going to go through it? Because my head was screaming, give up, but my heart was like, keep going, okay? So this was the first hit, a couple of roadblocks, but this was the major one when I was at the edge of giving up and going through it. But the day after I said I'm gonna give up, the first meeting happened, okay? I had my first meeting that I was working so hard for the 3 months, and the day, if I gave up that day, I wouldn't have that meeting, okay? But I didn't. So the first failure resulted in success, basically inward, in my mind and in my mindset. So the first takeaway that I learned from a naive kid who wanted to start a business and saw it so brightly, like everything I saw really brightly, and I seen a huge opportunity, which is, but it was too naive, it was too much. I've seen that it's not that easy. Okay, I started to see why people quit at a certain point, and I've seen why people keep going at a certain point as well. And I was thinking about it, I was questioning again my abilities, but I kept going and I didn't give up. So that was a success that I did here, right, in myself, in my head and in my heart. So I had the meeting, and then there's this saying, when it rains, it pours. Okay, so I had a success with one meeting, and then a couple of 20, 10, 15, a lot of meetings that week, that month. And I see it again. I was like really enlightened. I was like, thank you, God, for this. And then I hit my plateau again. I didn't have any meetings, and I was really, again, frustrated. But I learned from the previous experience that it is just a temporary thing that I have to go through if I want to be successful. So I went through it. I've been patient. And thanks to that, I finally, after 6 months, not maybe 6 months, 4 or 5 months, 5 months to be more specific, I landed a client. Okay, so this was my huge win. And this was the win where I was like, oh my God, this hard work finally paid off and this thing works. Okay, but it was not what I imagined. I didn't have the skills, and I was educating myself around the business and skills and everything that I needed every single day, and I kept chipping away one piece at a time. But at the same time, I was like, okay, I had this client, but I had no idea what's next. Okay, so I had to circle back, learn again. I did everything I could at that time, but I failed. I lost the client because of my own abilities. And it's okay, because from failures we learn. And this, again, my second roadblock, I was really like desperate. I was really like sad again, really on the edge of failing. I have actually a video of me documenting this when I lost this client in June. And it was crazy, because I was like, what is this? Okay, the whole month after I got the client, it was horrible, it was terrible. I had no idea what am I gonna do, what I'm doing. But thankfully, I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned, and I kept pushing. It was really hard. And at that time, I was laughing at myself in January, that I thought this is going to be so easy, but it was not. It was sweat, tears, struggle, pain, failure every single day. And maybe just in those 6 month period, only 2 times I was like, wow, this is successful, this is success, right? So it is not that easy as I thought it was, basically. So I lost the client. I told myself that I'm not going to give up again, because I see the proof of concept, I see it works, so I need to just keep moving and keep going. So with that being said, I kept, the summer was really complicated. During the summer, sometimes I was unfocused, sometimes I was focused. It was really like all over the place, because I was, planning my moving out to London and stuff. So I was like all over the place. But at the same time, even though I was unfocused and disorganized sometimes, I landed another client, and it was great. It was great because, again, I proved the concept that I was working on really hard, and it was really great. So again, I admitted that this works and I have to keep going. Summer passed by really quickly, and then September, I landed another big client, and then again, when it rains, it pours. So I started to, have more meetings, more clients, and everything started to grow really, really fast. And then I was like, December, at the end of the year, and basically now, a year after I decided to even start the business, I was like, it was all worth it. The pain, the struggle, and everything that I've been through for the year, it was really worth it. It was a pain. And when someone says that having a business is easy, it is not easy, okay? Having a business, starting from scratch, with no support, with no money, with no resources whatsoever, only your dedication, only your ability to be resourceful, and your ability to put in the work and learn as much as you can, that is the only way that you can control. It is the only thing that you can control, and that held me accountable, and I tried to hold myself accountable. But it's so funny when someone says, I'm going to start this business because this is easy. It's not easy. Every single business takes time, and you have to nurture that business. You need to grow with the business as well. So it is not easy, and it was never easy. So from a naive kid who thought it's going to be very, very simple and everything is going to be very smooth, like all of these people on YouTube and social media are talking about, overnight success, I don't believe that, and I encourage you to stop really believing it as well, because this is clickbait, and they just try to sell you on their courses and platforms and whatnot. So I'm not going there, but these people did not do it overnight. I did not do it overnight. No one who's successful did not do their stuff, their business, their piece of work overnight. It took time, dedication, suffering, failure, pain, learning, and oh my god, it's so many things that you learn when you start your own business that I would even suggest you having a business just for the sake of your self-development and growing yourself in the process, right? But it's not for everyone. I'm not saying that you should, but it's a good experience. It was really hard, it was difficult, but it was worth it. So 1 year after, 1 year, when I look back at it, I'm just laughing at this. And what is really great is to see that as a person, if you really want, you can evolve every single day. You can be 1% better every single day, and that was I was striving for over this 1 year period. And it really, I can even see myself grow way more than I was a year ago. Okay, and that is not something to brag about. It's to show you that it's possible. If you really want something, if you really want to change, if you want to be successful, if you want to grow the dream that you have, you can do it. It's achievable, it's doable. Okay. But don't assume that it's going to be easy, because I thought that and I thought wrong. It was one of the hardest things that I've ever done in my life, and I'm not even starting yet, okay? I have the whole life in front of me, the plans and future and businesses is going to be hard as hell, and I'm ready, because I know that if you are on the edge of giving up, and if you really want to do it, if you feel inside your heart that this is something that you really want to do for your own sakes, for your own dreams and aspirations, then you should just keep going, suck the failure, just get it through, get it done, and let the time show you the way, and let the universe also guide you through the way. If you stick to your routines, if you stick to yourself, if you hold yourself accountable every single day, you will eventually succeed. Okay, so this was my takeaway from the year and my thoughts on everything, business and how you can grow yourself. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you really liked it, please subscribe and leave a comment, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you.